Hello, and welcome to the Call Analytics Podcast. This is Andre with PBX DOM. PBX DOM is a call analytics and reporting tool that monitors your phone communications, sends smart alerts when you need them, and provides you valuable intelligence to improve your company's responsiveness. It has a wealth of resources that empower you to monitor what happened and what's happening at your company's call centers and help desks so you can better make smart decisions. Today's episode is in the Call Analytics Master Series, where we focus on important call analytics terms and concepts that every manager should know. This episode is the second in a four-part series discussing the call abandonment rate. Our focus today will be the main factors for high abandoned call rate values. Abandoned calls are inevitable. Whether we want them or not, they happen. Fortunately, there are some great solutions that we can utilize to reduce the number of abandoned calls to acceptable levels. The reason we want to reduce the number of abandoned calls to acceptable levels and not to zero is because at a point, you end up spending money and not getting the desired results. No matter what call management and analysis service you're using, it must have a widget or tool for measuring your company's or your department's call abandonment rate. PBX DOM has a widget that does just that, the abandoned calls percent widget. If you are a PBX DOM user, then you can go ahead and add the abandoned calls percent widget to one of your dashboards and monitor this value. Depending on your current call abandonment rate, we can decide what we need to do next. We previously learned about call abandonment rate, its direct relation with customer satisfaction, and optimal range. Now it's time to explore the main factors that cause high call abandonment rates in companies. Many factors lead to abandoned calls, but let's discuss three of the main reasons companies receive a high number of them. Reason number one, low landline and or trunk number. A low number of landlines and or trunks is recognized as one of the causes of high call abandonment rate. Poor performance and low customer satisfaction levels in help desks and call centers. Consequently, we really need to make sure that the number of main landlines in your company is adequate. PBX DOM has widgets that let you know about your landline and or trunk capacity and call handling during the day. We offer tools that enable you to determine the peak hours in your company and help you confidently decide if you need to add more landlines to better handle your incoming calls. Reason number two, it's your people. Human resources inadequacy. Having an inadequate number of employees or employees that are inadequately trained to handle the amount of calls coming in can be another reason for poor performance and high call abandonment rate. Once you've made the decision to add more landlines, you'll have to hire more staff and employees and properly train them so that they are prepared to answer your calls. Unfortunately, adding more landlines and recruiting more employees inevitably leads to increased costs. But these costs may be a smart investment if they lead to a call abandonment rate value within the optimal range. Reason number three, long handle time. Average handle time, or AHT, is a metric for the average length of a customer interaction in a call center or help desk. It is one of the most commonly analyzed KPIs in the call center industry and frequently measured when trying to improve efficiency and raise customer satisfaction. Average handle time includes the amount of time an agent spends on a call and engaged in after-call work associated with that call. We can calculate this number using this formula. Long non-optimized conversation handle time has always been one of the roots of high abandoned calls and high costs. It's important to be watchful of your average handle time in your company, and it's vital to properly train your employees on how to efficiently meet customer needs. Before we go, I want to take a second just to show you some of the great widgets that PBX DOM has in order for you to better monitor your average handle times. We have a wealth of widgets that you can use, and you can easily add them to your dashboard. And that concludes part 2 of the Abandoned Call Rate series. In the upcoming episodes, I'll dig a little bit deeper into abandoned calls and introduce some widgets that can be used by managers to lower the rate or keep it within the optimal range. As always, we are listening and would appreciate any questions, feedback, or suggestions for future topics. Just shoot an email to podcast@pbxdom.com. Once again, thank you for watching the Call Analytics Podcast, and I'll see you in the next episode.